Good evening, guys. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Just got in. Guys, I've had enough. You know what? I'm ready for this week to be over, and it's just Tuesday. I hope you are all having a much better week than I am having so far. See, I have a stammer. For those of you who don't know me, I have a stammer. And for many people who stammer, you want to rush your words out because you are very self-conscious about your speech. I never bothered to get that sorted, so yeah, well. And I appreciate that I get very passionate and loud. Bear with me. I sadly have not taught myself that sultry YouTube voice. Maybe as my, and I know it's probably off-putting to a lot of people, but well, this is me. For those of you that have subscribed and continue to subscribe, thank you so much. I began this year. I don't think I had up to 100 followers. Now I have 1,600 and something, and I can't believe it. Actually, I really can't believe it, and I'm so grateful. Thank you. I'm so grateful to you, and I hope it's not just chasing engagement. The engagement part is of course important because while I would love to gain something from this, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it just for charity. If you look at my earlier videos, and I'll link it, if hopefully I remember, I remember to link it. I give a particular, I created a video, a very short one, saying that I was going to start using my YouTube page to speak out in defense of Duchess Megan. It just moved me. I mean, I've been watching a lot of people's videos. I've been watching a lot of people's channels. I'm subscribed to some of the more to those pro Sussex channels, and I love everyone. In fact, they motivated me to get into this. But I felt, I will always say this. I felt like dulcet tones going on X, because X can be a cesspool, and people get just horrifically nasty there. So I don't blame anyone for saying things like block the haters, keep my timeline clean. Of course, people have mental health, and if you like and care about someone and you feel someone is unjustly being treated, of course you don't want to be inundated with content that's negative and cruel about them. We're human. But when I stumble across what the royal wrote, how they talk about this woman, not even Harry, this woman, it just kept on building up in my head that being nice is just not enough. Blocking them is not enough. It's like you find a parasite or mold in your house and you say, oh, I'm just going to put a curtain over it and ignore it. When you look back on, and it's fine, you out of sight, out of mind. Then one day you're cleaning your house, you pull the curtain, that tiny mold has now become an entire colony of God knows what. And mold is dangerous. Kind of, if you have, especially those of us that live in these English homes, no matter the older ones, no matter how much you heat this mother, it's still cold. So if you can start to develop you can start to develop respiratory problems, breathing problems. So I guess what I'm trying to say is ignoring a malignant problem is not going to make it go away. Sometimes you have to meet action with action. Let me use some of my Nigerianisms. Sometimes Chris needs to pass Chris. Don't forget what we say on this channel. When they go low, everybody is on the ground. I can't remember this commenter. I keep looking for her, but I love the way she said it. When they go low, we are waiting for them on the ground. Let me paraphrase. I'll find your comment and I'll mention your name because that made me laugh. And I was like, yes, that's the energy we need. So, sorry for that long intro. Guys, I really do think that the season 2 thing has broken these people. Normally, by now, we will be inundated with garbage and nonsense and ridiculous talking points. I'm not saying anything. I think, let me react to this, then I'll give you what I think is going on. Yeah, I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not naive. I don't think they're quiet. But I think what they've, do you know what, let me weave my commentary into this reaction. Now, don't forget, yesterday I spoke about the Commonwealth and how it was provoking my rage, because it doesn't make any sense to me that this ridiculous family wants to celebrate the Commonwealth and they're not giving it the nuance it deserves. I've seen how they try and make an effort when they are remembering the Holocaust. Because to me, there's nothing about the Commonwealth that's a celebration. The Commonwealth is a reflection of colonialism. The Commonwealth exists because of colonialism, slavery, exploitation, murder, rape, destruction. It is a tragedy. So why are we calling it a celebration instead of a memorial? Because look at Kate is smiling with her full teeth here. To enter church, this is what I'm saying. These people are not taking this thing seriously. And this is why I don't like this woman. Madam, you are going to be our future queen. You're not doing anything. You can't educate yourself. If Kate could get up and say, guys, I don't like the way we celebrate this day. Sorry, I'm laughing because that's laughable. I don't like the way we celebrate this day. I think we should be more solemn about it and actually put initiatives to show that she's taking it seriously. I will give Kate small kanka like that. Small kanka. That, oh yeah, she's learning. She's not doing anything. And people that are wondering why are we focusing on Kate and not William? Because the media focuses on Meghan. So why is Kate? So why are we saving Kate? I'm sorry, I don't have any sympathy for this woman. She's grown. She's in her 40s. She has 3 children. Why am I treating a 40-something-year-old like she's 5? She's not a baby. And this is not British media. I will say it as it is. Sorry again for the long intro. Let's react.
Royals, yeah, the big four, there they are, reunited at Westminster Abbey. Well, ITV News UK editor Paul Brand is here alongside our Vogue. Now, they missed this, didn't they, last year, the King and Kate, because they were so sick.
They were both having their cancer treatments, so lots of people really happy to see them back at this year's Commonwealth event. And
not to be messy, but it's interesting how in December they named Kate and Charles as the 2 people concerned about how dark Archie was going to be, and by March, between January and March, they both found cancer. Okay, I'm not okay.
to see the kind of Fab Four, the new Fab Four.
Okay, I
like that. You see, they had to find a way to bring the real stars. It's okay, no, it's okay, I understand. They still have to find a way to bring them into this matter.
Not so much now. Now it's the King, the Queen, Prince and the Princess of Wales teamed up the Fab Four. So yeah, nice to see them out. They looked in good spirits.
They look really well.
Yes.
I mean, Kate always looks well. I always love what she's wearing. She's just so chic all the
She was
time.
wearing red, wasn't she, Vogue? And a lot of people were saying that was to stand in solidarity with Canada.
Oh,
How many brain cells have you lost hearing that 2-second commentary about Kate? I've lost millions, and I've just designed a solution and implemented something at work I'm very proud of. An intelligent data engineer like myself, I have lost at least 5% of my brain cells with that toadying, saccharine, sweet air of absolute bubble nonsense. Guys, again, I will link my Kate video. See how they are reporting this woman. What did Kate do? She wore the same dress. From my research, is a coat dress, apparently. She looks emaciated. Kate was never like this. You know what? Doing that mini deep dive, I saw her older pictures. I forgot that Kate had cheeks. What is this? And nobody is concerned that Kate doesn't look well. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. She had cancer treatment. Kate has been skinny before her cancer treatment. And again, guys, I am not picking on her. This is not what that is not what we do here at all. I'm just wondering why merely the presence of Kate deserves that unnecessary and embarrassing toading that we just got. Let me continue.
You know, it's like in their flag, they're red, and there we are. But isn't it beautiful?
it's actually, I'd love to go through her wardrobe. Can you imagine? I mean,
I'd love to be able to fit into her wardrobe.
You could wear her wardrobe.
I don't know. I don't know.
Slim and tall
That
like
is
her.
really, really gorgeous.
Like,
I don't even know what to say. They just spent days bashing Meghan for curating, No, let me break down what Megan was able to do. Market, no, creating, market, build a script, work with a production company, get a crew, find a place to film, build networks with chefs and beekeepers, create it into this beautiful package that was with Love Megan. Convince, maybe they didn't even try too hard because Ted Saran, Uncle Ted has our back, but still convince a conglomerate media company like Netflix to platform her and broadcast her on a global scale and achieve top 10 in more than 50 countries on their platform. And not only that, the Megan effect. You guys are seeing all the videos people are creating. All the videos saying that they are so happy. I read a comment about someone saying that she's not felt like hosting anybody since the pandemic, and now she wants to invite all her friends over. She wants to clear out her house, get some flowers, do a girls' night, do a girls' brunch, some guys too. One guy was posted a TikTok saying that the gays, the ladies, and the gays, the girls, and the days would be rushing all the Rosses in America, all the stores looking for Le Creuset. People are posting their Le Creuset set. That is on Megan. Do you know how incredible that is? She has built such a presence, such a brand. She's actually, and it's not just entering her pocket, she's actually helping businesses. If it wasn't anybody else that has achieved what Megan has achieved, would be, I'm not going to exaggerate, they might actually build a castle for that person. But Kate showed up to Commonwealth wearing a red dress. Instead of focusing on what Commonwealth is about, we have just spent on an unnecessary amount of time toadying and daydreaming and sasasine and fefefeing over this woman for doing nothing. And that ridiculous. I didn't even want to respond to it because my brain cells just died. Lorraine said that Kate wore red to commemorate Canada. Because why? What is happening in Canada? Because I know she is not trying to link this red dress with the fiasco Trump is doing with Canada right now with tariffs. Do you see how these people are ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen?
She does always, but like she just looks, her face and everything just looks so healthy.
Looking so well. And Paul, I know that maybe people are reading into it too much, but what she's wearing red for Canada.
Yeah.
But the Commonwealth now, the Queen was so, this was, her heart was in the Commonwealth, wasn't it? Do you believe that it's still relevant now? Do people think it's still relevant? We've got Donald Trump trying to sort of gobble up Canada, and he might not stop there. So what do we think?
Well, there were some protests outside Westminster Abbey yesterday by Republican protesters, and that's kind of...
Lorraine is talking about Commonwealth, and you can tell that she doesn't have anything to say. The Commonwealth is made up of African countries, Asian countries that have genuinely been traumatized by the British monarchy. I'm not saying that the natives of Canada did not suffer, because they have. And the Invictus Games is probably the first time. Harry's work with the Invictus Game is the first time a member of the royal family was even treated with any type of, warmth. Of course, they won't talk about that part. Lorraine doesn't know anything about Commonwealth. As far as she's concerned, the only thing she bothered to go and Google up this morning, or her assistant told her, was Canada is having trade war with America. That's the only thing going on in the Commonwealth.
That's kind of to be expected.
Right.
I do wonder, though, whether actually the Commonwealth is a particular strong point at the moment because of what you said.
Yeah.
You've got Donald Trump being very muscular in America, saying he wants to make Canada the 51st state. The King met with the outgoing Prime Minister of Canada, just
Yes,
down yesterday, Trudeau, to show some solidarity there. And of course, the King's the head of state of Canada. So Donald Trump wasn't it? He's going to have to get past the King first. It's kind of an interesting dynamic. We're going to see for a few hundred years in terms of Britain versus America.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do think maybe there's a unique kind of opening at the moment for the King and the Commonwealth to kind of lobby together, rally together, and show a bit of strength in the face of that.
It's fascinating, isn't
Yeah.
it? Absolutely fascinating. And still, there are those links, historical links, and whether some people might not like that, but there is a kind of safety in the umbrella, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, and similarly as you're seeing with the EU, like banding together, like
Yes.
same with the Commonwealth, any grouping of nations that have sort of shared goals, shared values, are going to bandy together in the face of that muscularity.
Absolutely. And we did talk about Kate's clothes. I mean, I know her.
I don't even know where to start from. The topic of this video was royals met with anti-monarchy protesters on Commonwealth. Now, I agree, I'm just halfway. At no point have they discussed the deeper meaning of the anti-monarchy protests on the Commonwealth. An intelligent presenter would have found a link between the anti-monarchy protests, which is because these are people who want a republic, and try to kind of like understand how that ties in with what is currently going on with the Commonwealth. And I hate the Commonwealth because it's a way to kind of band all our problems together and not address individual problems caused by the British monarchy and the British government. The destabilization of elections in Africa, in some of the African countries that are part of the Commonwealth, the anti-immigration laws currently going on in the UK that impact a lot of the people that are coming from the Commonwealth: India, Nigeria, Pakistan. But we're focusing on Canada. Now, let me be clear. I am not saying that what's happening. I don't know why Trump has decided that he doesn't have anything better to do, so he's going to start looking for people to harass. Because we all know Canada is never going to become a 51st state. So I'm not particularly sure what is happening. But you cannot tell me that this is the only thing this woman has bothered to research on. And let me tell you why she's talking about it. She's talking about it because the red from Kate's dress, she has inferred that Kate is wearing red for Canada. So she focused on that one country. And again, the only reason, I want you guys to work with me on this. The only reason we are talking about this is because Kate wore red, and Lorraine decided that, okay, because the Canadian flag is red, Kate must be wearing a dress in solidarity with Canada. That is where we are in intelligent conversations, ladies and gentlemen.
People said she's not going to give us any information about them anymore because they want to talk, and they do want to focus on that. But fashion, people should never just.
But you've just spent half of this waste of time segment talking. The only reason we are even discussing, let me remind everybody again, the only reason we are discussing Canada is because Lorraine linked Kate's red dress to the Canadian flag. I want us to stew on this. Because my brain can't let that go. Please feel free to put your comments in the chat because I don't
dismiss fashion as so trivial, because apart from anything else, it brings an awful lot of money into the country.
100%.
But you can send out messages.
Yeah, there's not as well. She's wearing, it's actually a Catherine Walker coat dress.
Oh no, they told us.
They did tell us. But you know what? They might not tell us, but we'll always find out.
Yeah, it's always weird.
Everybody wants to know, but people really enjoy seeing Kate and what she's wearing. I love watching what she's wearing. She's always ahead of her game. But yeah, she's wearing Catherine Walker coat dress and a matching hat by Gina Foster.
Well, it was beautiful. The only thing is sometimes you don't want to turn up with virtually the same outfit as the Princess of Wales, because you're not going to win that one.
No. It was quite bad. It was Angela Rayner. She came with the same outfit. Now, she does look fantastic, and maybe she was in solidarity with Canada as well.
Solidarity with Canada, we've both been right.
And I doubt they were texting each other before to see what each other was wearing. But that's happened to me, and you just have to kind of own it.
I know.
I think it's a bit harsh. She's just wearing red.
She just wears
She's
red.
wearing a dress that suits the length of the season with a coat on.
But imagine showing up and you see Kate, you're like,
I think you guys
Anyone
are quite
would
tough
hate.
though, right? If you look at all the men, I bet you in Westminster you were all either wearing a navy blue suit or a
Yes.
grey suit, and that's it, that's the uniform.
That they've had for
Yeah.
But, you know, as women, you know,
Apparently, the new dimension now is the only person who is looking at this segment and wondering how did we go from royals met with anti-monarchy protests on Commonwealth to focus these two bimbos on what Kate was wearing and Angela Rayner. This is...
if you wear the same colour, basically, you're accused of wearing the same outfit.
Do you know
It's
that's
it's a
really
lot
true?
harder.
And Angela gets a lot of stick for what she wears for various reasons, and I really think that's unfair because
Yeah.
they wouldn't be doing that to Keir Starmer.
Well, I mean, they don't even have to worry about what they wear, do they? They just
No.
literally, there's the same
You are
identikit blue suit, stick it on, that's it. Every single Prime Minister that you can think of, exact same navy blue suit.
Gosh. Yes, there was lots of folks there yesterday, the great and the good, including the loveliest people in the world. So Chris Hoy was there with his wife Sarah. And I actually had a really, really brilliant interview with Sarah yesterday. We're going to be seeing it later in the week. And what an incredible couple they are. They're just amazing. They just...
Okay, so I don't know where this is going, but I think we've gotten everything we need. So to recap, the royal family went to church for Commonwealth, I don't even know what it is, celebrations, because apparently we're celebrating Commonwealth now. And the only thing two professional women could think to talk about was that Kate was wearing red. That is what this 5 minutes segment was about. Even though the title clearly said royals met with anti-monarchy protests on Commonwealth. We did not address the anti-monarchy protest. We didn't look for any deeper meaning. No, we just brought a fashion editor, because I'm not going to blame her. I don't think she came here to talk about anything but the fashion. I don't even know what this guy is doing here. The only thing what he did was remind the two women that it's not appropriate to just focus on a woman's dress. That is where we are. And now, I hope, and I know this is not anti-Meghan, because they're all cowards and they're hiding because they've just been humiliated, or they're building, or they're back in their caves, building their new talking point and moving the goalpost. But now you can see why they need Meghan, why they need Harry. There's nothing to talk about. Let me take off my glasses. Kate is about to be the queen of one of the most powerful countries in the world. She is in her 40s. She has been a member of the royal family for 14 years at least. She has 3 children. She's a millennial baby. Kate Middleton does not have anything of note for us to talk about. They couldn't even find a way to bring up her early years. The only thing these women are willing to talk about with Kate is the clothes that she wears and how emaciated she looks. Kate is not thin. She is not slim. She is unhealthy. And for those of you that don't believe me, I am not being shady. Go and look at her pictures from when she was younger. She had cheeks. If the job of the free press is to hold people accountable, if the press are not going to hold Kate, William, Charles, Camilla to a higher standard, why are they still our heads of state? Instead, they are wasting our time helping Meghan build engagement online, because that's basically all they've done. Now let me address the point that I raised from before that I said I would quickly cover off. I didn't watch the segment before. I didn't realize the conversation was going to be so asinine. Otherwise, I'd have just said everything I wanted to say at the beginning. What I was thinking about today as I was working was, I think the British press have realized that they've been played. They're just realizing it. I keep telling people that we're trying to apply rules that worked in the 80s, the 90s, even in the 2000s, with the world that we live in today in 2025. America, the most powerful country culturally in the world, has re-elected a twice convicted fraudster, twice impeached criminal. Oh, I forgot, sexual abuser as president. And in less than 90 days, this man has gone on tariff wars with everybody. Elon Musk, even though we hate what he's done with Twitter, is considered to be a great mind of our time. Up is down. And I don't even think it's that complicated. I think what's happening now is, as a data person myself, data is key. Data is gold. This is why the critic bombing and the review bombing they were doing didn't work. And this is what I mean by Netflix has played. They've realized that they've been played. Netflix knew this was what they were going to do. They don't give a damn. Because in the current streaming format, Netflix is the most powerful streaming company in the world. In the current format, all they need you to do is watch. Yes, of course, it's lovely to get awards. Who doesn't want awards? We are human. But let's be honest, awards are not going to pay them bills. Awards is not going to keep Netflix up and running. They need engagement. They need you to be paying that 7, 8, 10 pounds that you're paying, or the ads to pay. They need you to pay. They need somebody to pay for that for that platform. And by you watching, you are paying. Now, I was also thinking about how will you get people to watch? Make as much noise as possible. Bad noise, good noise, doesn't matter. People watched. So I think the British Rota have probably finally understood that you can pay all the people you want to give negative reviews to Meghan. And the tabloids that also, because they know thrashing Meghan drives engagement, they specifically looked for writers who they knew would say bad things about Meghan because they wanted that engagement. You are all being played. Yeah, you're getting your 30 pieces of silver. But Netflix wanted you guys. Controversy sells. If the show had gotten 100% saccharine sweet, I don't think he would have had the same type of, let me go and watch his impact that he had. So once again, like I always do, shout out to the haters. Thank you. Now, I'm going to post another video or two more. I think another one. And I think we'll call it for the evening. But yeah, guys, I hope this video has finally, because it's made something very clear to me. They don't have anything else to report. And just one to sweeten this video. This video has been up for like a few hours now, and only 1,000 people have watched it. If you don't believe me, if you want to waste your time, go and look at the original video. Only 1,000 people watched it. I'm sure they listened to this garbage and they're like, nah, we're good. So yeah, as I said, please like, subscribe. And yeah, I think you will enjoy the next one. Take care. Bye.